This week, Stormwatch rides to the Harley Museum, explores MATC North, goes behind the scenes at the college's restaurant, and checks in with a childhood favorite. Hi, I'm Warren Barth. Welcome to Stormwatch. As you can see, we're on location again, this time coming to you from the Culinary Arts Restaurant located in the M building of the beautiful downtown campus. And students can expect a busy week. Tomorrow, Tuesday, April 16th at 9 a.m. is a scheduled severe weather drill. And Thursday night, April 18th, you can treat yourself to a nice food and wine evening. You know, speaking of great cuisine, the MATC Culinary Arts program operates a buffet-style luncheon every Wednesday. Brandy Bond has more. We are about to let you in on the best-kept secret of the Culinary Arts program. Call Art 106.
What we do is we host buffet events.
We learn both front of the house and back of the house aspects of buffet catering events.
It builds teamwork, and we all work together to get one event done, and it's an incredible experience.
Our cameras join Chef Pat Whalen in room M605 for their weekly Wednesday 5-star buffet.
Yeah.
The highlight of this class is that we work in teams, and each team is responsible for designing an event from beginning to end. So they decide what the theme of the event is going to be, what the menu is going to be, what recipes they're going to use, and then within the class they determine which student is going to be preparing which course. And so each student in the class is going to be responsible for cooking or else being in front of the house. We have about 4 students in front of the house, including the host or the hostess. And then also dishwashers. And so it's a great opportunity for the students in this program to really see something that they've designed from beginning to end. And I think it's rather unique.
It's a great experience if you do go in it. It's a lot of work, a lot of dedication, a lot of work, a lot of time put in.
Hard work in the kitchen, you have to be dedicated and love what you're doing, love to be with people, and love the whole service kind of aspect of the industry, because that's what we're doing, we're serving the public.
Definitely make sure you know what you're in for. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of fun, and it's extremely rewarding, but it's a lot of work. You have to be prepared to, but the instructors here are just incredible, and they'll help you a lot.
Sometimes people think of this as a low-paying industry, but really, if you have the talent, it's a great starting place. School is a great starting place. It's not the end. You know, when you graduate from MATC with your associate degree in cooking, in culinary arts, you're not a chef then. That's just the beginning. You go on, you work in the industry, and you know, as you're developing your skills and your knowledge, then you know, maybe 10 years down the road you'll be a chef.
You know, that career seems like, pun intended here, no piece of cake. If you want more information, check out the website matc.edu/culinary arts. And remember, this Thursday will be the 5-star food and wine evening. It runs from 5 to 8 p.m. Tickets are $45, and the proceeds go to the MATC Hospitality Student Scholarships and Programs. You know, here at Stormwatch, we talk a lot about the MATC campus, the downtown campus rather, but what about the other campuses? Joe Pfaff takes us to the Mequon campus to take a look around.
Nested away in the desolate farm fields of Mequon, Wisconsin, MATC's North Campus stands as an institution of higher education.
So
Well, this is the smallest campus of the 4 campuses that we
it's
have,
fine,
so
okay.
enrollment is
So students
consistent with
must
that.
are
We
extended.
serve approximately 8,000 students every semester. They like the
Okay.
sort of a quieter environment compared to downtown, for instance. Downtown is a lot more activity going on.
Just how small it is and how it's one building, and it's a lot more quiet.
I like the
Yeah, that's
Mequon
fine.
campus because it gives the feeling of a small private school with all the luxuries of a technical school.
Although small, the North Campus has valuable courses to match the needs of the local community.
Okay.
Having
Mequon
signature
campus,
programs
some
such
interesting
as
programs.
horticulture,
Health and water quality, landscaping and horticulture, automotive technology.
nursing, automotive, water treatment. The North Campus provides a great local option for many students in the area.
Students that come here usually are working towards something either in a program in another campus, or they're going to transfer, but it's convenient because it's in their neighborhood, you know, so that's very nice.
For one, it's closer because I live in Port Washington. Two, it's less expensive than it is a university just to take basic classes.
And many students are finding the value in MATC, and not only as a transfer school.
I actually started MATC, went to Cardinal Stritch, went to Bryan and Stratton, went to a school across the country, and then came back to MATC because I just think it's the right fit for me. I'm a single mom, and it works well with my life.
So remember MATC's North Campus in Mequon, Wisconsin.
I feel like it's a really good school. I don't know, I feel like a lot more people should try to come here, and I think they'd have a really good time.
The Mequon campus exclusively offers some interesting programs, like environmental health and water quality, landscaping and horticulture, and automotive technology. You know, MATC has a popular program in the nursing program. Jeffrey Nezgoda introduces us to a former graduate.
Julie, what were you doing when you first heard about the MATC nursing program?
Well, I was working at the Milwaukee County Hospital as an aide, which I had been there for about 10 years, and this came about offering me the chance to be a nurse, meaning I'd wear white and probably get paid better, a little bit more anyhow. And I wanted a better education, so I jumped at it. I signed up, and that was it. I started within a couple of days.
What was your favorite thing that you learned from the MATC course?
Well, various instructors taught you how to do not the physical part, because that came easy, but this was all the technical, all the history, I guess you'd just say the history of nursing, of the anatomy, how your body functions. I was learning how to take care of patients that were unable to, anywhere from feeding them, bathing them, getting them into and out of a chair. And basically their ADL means their everyday activities I was teaching them how to do. And most of these were little grandmas and grandpas, because it was like a nursing home where I worked. The hospital is no longer there. And then you learn all the history of various nursing.
Cool. Okay. What year did you graduate, and did you continue to work at the same place?
Yes, I went to school, I think it was like 1960 something. I graduated in 1968, but it was a one-year course. And I was obliged to work for the county for 3 years for putting me through school. And that was no problem because I intended to stay at work, you know, at the county. And so I had no choice, you know, I was just going to continue to working there. And what I did, I worked as a nurse, which I was real happy. Wore a white uniform and a white cap, and I made a couple extra bucks a month, which was very important for me because I was supporting my mother at home. And I ended up working for the county almost 30 years, and now I'm retired. This is an award I received for improving on a safety measure at the hospital. In the basement, they had a door that would lead into the outside and into the hospital, and anybody could walk in and walk out, so that was a safety measure. And I mentioned this, so they put a lock on the door, and I received an award for that.
Excellent. What would you say to new nurses that are now coming in or going to, coming out or?
A very good choice. It's satisfying. It's hard work, lifting. You work all different hours. But it pays off in the end. You know, you're taking care of real life people, grandmas and grandpas and children and all sorts of people. And they appreciate you. Most of them do.
Wow, a lot has changed since 1968, but MATC ensures all the graduates stay on top of today's medical technology. You know, besides beer, Milwaukee is also famous for having the original location is where Harley-Davidson motorcycles originated in 1903. So if you're looking for some fun off campus, head on down to the museum to check out some cool motorcycles.
The Harley-Davidson Museum on 6th and Canal is a great place to visit, full of interesting exhibits and a friendly staff ready to greet you. The museum offers an audio tour that you may follow throughout the museum. It will take you through each area in order. These areas are the founding of Harley-Davidson and the early years, track racing, customization, and the future. The museum also has things for kids to do. There's a little area with books and a small motorcycle for kids to ride on. There's arcade games, and there's a section of the museum where kids can ride on stationary motorcycles with a projection screen showing a lovely ride. And just across the museum is the Harley-Davidson Bar and Restaurant, where visitors can go to grab a quick bite or enjoy a meal with close friends. Personally, I would recommend the Peach Cobbler. And when you're done, just next door from the bar and restaurant is the Harley-Davidson gift shop, where you can pick up all sorts of Harley-Davidson merchandise. So whether it's sunny or rainy, there's always something to do at the Harley Museum. For Stormwatch, I'm Adam Weiner.
Hey sports fans, Nate Kufal here. This week on MATC Sports, we're going to take you off campus for a change and whisk over to a local sports card shop in Milwaukee. For you collectors, get ready. This should be right up your alley. Our stop today is at Name That Card Sports Cards, a local Milwaukee business run by owner Rick DeMoore, who's had an interest in sports cards since he was young.
I started my business in 1993 really out of necessity. It was the product of a downsize, and had to figure what I was going to do when I grew up. So I said, well, I've been collecting cards all my life. I did my homework. There weren't many people around the area, and I decided to start it. The majority of the things I have is cards, sports cards, baseball, basketball, hockey, racing, football. I have a lot of memorabilia, bobbleheads, the normal things you'd see at a sports card shop. But I really pride myself on my cards, okay? Probably 3 million strong on cards. Goes back to the early 50s to current times. Packs of cards, sets of cards. Probably one of the few guys left in the city that does sets of cards. That's how I grew up. I love that. Ones back there are very, very special, and I highlight them. One of my prized areas is over in this area here. I started that 20 years ago, and basically I call it my wall of fame. If a customer gets a really good card out of a pack that they bought here at my shop, I take a picture of them, put it up on the wall. Now, in the day, you could get really good cards very infrequently. Not a common thing at all, so they'd get a picture. Today, they're very, very frequent, so it's got to be a really good card. I don't know if you've ever opened up a pack of sports cards, but it's awesome. It's just an awesome feeling, okay? Especially if you get something good. Finding that card, either A, that you need, or B, that is so glitzy, or C, that is worth a lot of money. And it's fun.
Local sports card shops can be found all over Milwaukee. Just need to know where to look. I'm Nate Kufal, and I'll see you next week on MATC Sports.
You know, sports card collecting is an interesting hobby to get into, so you might want to consider it. I recently heard that an old Honus Wagner card sold for over $2 million. We are joined now by Whitney Probsting, a student in the Culinary Arts program. Whitney, so $2 million would buy a lot of truffles, wouldn't they?
That it would.
Okay. So how do you like working there? Is it here rather? Is it fun?
It's fantastic. It's an excellent experience and fast paced. It gives you what you need.
Okay. Well, Whitney here is currently cooking in the restaurant. Let's take a look at what the Culinary Arts program has to offer here.
The Cuisine Restaurant is operated by culinary arts students at MATC. Here at the restaurant, culinary arts students get hands-on experience learning how to run a kitchen and dining room in a real-world setting. Quality food at a reasonable price is what keeps customers coming to the Cuisine Restaurant. The restaurant is open for lunch most Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays throughout the semester. The Cuisine Restaurant is located in room M102 in the main building on the downtown Milwaukee campus. To make reservations for your next visit to MATC's Cuisine Restaurant, please call 414-297-6697.
Wow, that looks tasty. We're joined by Whitney Probsting again. How you doing?
Good.
Good. Let me ask you this. What prompted you to get into this program and start start cooking here?
Well, I actually started in the dietetics program and closing in on graduation, I realized that I loved the food aspect of it and loved the kitchen aspect of it and didn't want to continue working in hospitals and nursing homes.
Oh.
I wanted to make food that tasted like food.
Oh, sure. That's always good. Yeah.
So I, upon graduation, enrolled in the culinary arts program, and it's been wonderful ever since.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
it's good to make good food that's tasty food. Do you have a favorite dish that you like to cook?
Spaghetti is my go-to food. I could have that for breakfast, lunch, dinner every day, and there's such a variety of things that you can do with it. So that's Italian cuisine is by far my favorite.
Okay, even more than like French cuisine or?
Yeah, you know, it's good to go back to the roots and classical, but I still, you give me anything with pasta and it's perfect.
Yeah, pasta's always good.
Mhm.
It seems to be that culinary arts and being a chef seems to kind of be different than not all other programs, but it seems to kind of be like you work a lot and you give up your weekends. So you must be really, you know, dedicated to that, to kind of give that up. Is that?
It is. It's something you don't come into this industry because you just love food. You're passionate about every aspect of it. Food service, working with people. You know, food is something you need to survive. So you're continuing on with that, and it's a lot of hard work. Weekends, nights, no holidays. You have off. It's a tough industry, but if you have that passion and that drive, you'll be successful.
Yeah, that sounds really familiar. I have that with this program here. Tell us more a little bit about the 5-star dining and wine event that's
Sure.
coming up Thursday.
It's an exciting event. It only happens once a year. It's this year going to be the biggest it's been. We're looking at about 600 in attendance, and all the food and services provided with the entire hospitality program. So you're looking at the culinary aspects, the baking aspects, along with the hospitality service kids as well. So the hotel management, everyone comes together for one event to raise money for the program, to give out scholarships, and it's really very exciting, especially for us as the students, because it gives you a chance to really bring everything full circle all in one night.
Okay, and that's 5 to 8 p.m. quickly, and what room or building is that?
It's upstairs on the 6th floor. You can't miss it as soon as you walk off
Okay.
the elevator.
Okay, hate to cut you off there,
No.
but we're running out of time. I want to thank Whitney for joining me here today, Whitney Probsting. We leave you tonight. Normally we have fun here at Stormwatch, and now we're getting on creative side. Here's a look at a former cereal mascot. I'm Warren Barth. Thanks for joining me on Stormwatch.
Hey kids! Are you tired of boring cereals? Try new Fluffy Puff cereal, now a good source of vitamin D. The fluffy little puffs with the delicious crunch. Fluffy Puffs! Hey kids! Are you tired of boring cereals? Try new Fluffy Puff cereal, now a good source of vitamin D. The fluffy little puffs with the delicious crunch. Fluffy Puffs! Hey kids! Are you tired of boring?
Did you find everything all right? Doesn't seem to be in our system. Hey, this looks just like you. It is you. I used to love this cereal when I was a kid. Could I get your autograph? Thank you. Oh my gosh. Give me a call sometime.